skin. All of us take the same road, try to understand. There's no way we can win in this land. Slide, don't ever let them fool ya. Winners pay the price. Yeah, winners pay the price. So take a closer look where a bet toss of the dice. Just a bet toss of the dice.
It's 6:30 in the evening on a Saturday. I've had a really beautiful day. I meant to draw in my journal. I didn't get to do that. But what I did do is I sat down in my kitchen and I wrote a letter back to a friend. And I spent 1 hour and 50 minutes writing this letter. And I know that sounds like a very long time to write a letter, but she wrote me 3 letters in one envelope. And I opened it last Wednesday. And not only that, she sent me these beautiful rainbow stars that she made that I put on my kitchen window. And they make me really happy to see them. And I hope to insert them somewhere on here so you can see it. Because now when I look out my kitchen window, I can think of my friend. And it's just a beautiful thing. So old-fashioned mail is something that I really love. And our friend on here, or my friend, I don't know if you know her, but Jackie Wolven was talking about slow mail. I've always called it snail mail, but she calls it slow mail. And I really liked that term because, well, snails are slow and so is slow mail. But I liked that term because it's very intentional and it's old-fashioned and it takes time. And in this case, it took me 1 hour and 50 minutes. But I felt like in that 1 hour and 50 minutes, I was sitting with my friend, and I was thinking about her the entire time. And that's the beautiful thing about writing letters is when you write letters to people, you're thinking about them specifically. And I was answering questions that she had asked me in her letter, and I was responding to things she had told me. And you can't just pick up the phone and just hurry up and talk about it, or FaceTime or text. It's a waiting thing, and it's beautiful. And I could go on and on about slow snail mail, but that's what I did today. And yesterday, we went next door and we made the hoe cakes. And Papa made his hoe cakes, and this is very confusing because the whole time I've been in this family, which has been a long time, Motorcycle Man and I are going to be married 32 years in May. And so I've been a part of this family, and even longer than that because I met Rich when I was in high school, and I would do stuff with his family barbecues and stuff when I was a teenager. So I've known this family a long time, and Papa has always called these things that he makes hoe cakes. But if you look it up on the internet and all these things, you're going to see that what he makes is actually not technically called hoe cakes. And his sisters, and he has 5 of them, have told him that they're not called hoe cakes, that hoe cakes have cornmeal in them. And this thing that Papa makes, there's no cornmeal. And he even says so in the video that I'm going to edit together that I haven't watched, I haven't listened to. I'm hoping the audio's decent because I didn't use mics. But he mentions this in the video about hoe cakes not being made out of, or hoe cakes being made out of cornmeal. There's a history to hoe cakes. Now, Papa told us the other day in the living room that he said farmers used to be out in the field with their hoes, the hose, the tool, and they would make their little dough cakes on the metal part of the hoe and put it over fire and make their hoe cakes. But I looked it up, and there's also videos of it on the internet, that hoe cakes actually, the way I read it was, enslaved people in the past, when they were out working in the fields, they would take their hoes and they would create their hoe cakes, is what they call them. I also heard them called journey cakes when I was looking up the history, and they put it over the hot coals and they made their food to eat. So if you want to know more about it, look up hoe cake history, look up journey cakes, and you'll probably get all the information you need, because I'm sure in all these ways I'm not being accurate at all, because the hoe cake that we make, that Papa makes, is not exactly accurate, but it is yummy, and we enjoyed the time we had over there filming it and him chatting about it, and they always taste good, and my kids grew up on it. And it's a very big part of our family history. We like to make them when we go camping, and they're always going to remind us of Papa. No matter what, they're always going to remind us of Papa. So it's a part of our history. He also, and I have to add this, when the kids were little, Papa was retired. Well, by the time Abby came along, our third, he was retired, and he would walk to school and go get her, because I was working, and he would go pick her up from school for me, and we live right next door. It's really amazing. And he would make her an afternoon snack, and not all the time, but of mustard and sugar sandwiches. And I think I filmed that too. So I want to put that in here too. There's so much fun things to see in this video. And that is what's coming up. And I still am in awe about the video I made in the park. And even now, I know I'm using my more amped up self as I'm talking. But the difference between me talking in the park and me here is it's still me. It's always going to be me and my heart and my mind and my thoughts. But it just may be delivered in a different way. And you all seem okay, or you, whoever's watching, and the people that have left comments, you seem okay either way with which version of me you're going to get. And it takes a lot to be this version, because it's a more like elevated version of myself. But it's fun and it's comfortable for me because I've been doing it for so long. Like almost 2 years on here. So we'll it's going to depend which version of me you're going to get, depending on the day, the hour, the time, whatever. My mood plays a big part of it too. And I was feeling really, really down last week, very depressed. And so it affected my mood. A lot of times when I'm depressed, I just don't even film. I just don't even go there. I just am kind of quiet for a while. So, I'm going to still keep my dancing in, Marisol, keep my dancing in. And I don't know what I can say. But I'm going to just go on to the hoe cakes, the dough gods, as whatever they're called. The Papa calls them the hoe cakes. So just hang in with me there. Go with it. Go with it. If you know Papa, you go with it. Next week, I'm going to talk about something really important, and hopefully I won't forget. So if I say it here, maybe it'll remind me not to forget. I want to talk about saying no, because I'm a people pleaser and it's hard for me to say no. And recently I've been tested very close together and having to say no. And I want to tell you the stories about the two things I had to say no to and how it made me feel. And also a very special thing I learned in therapy of how to approach if I can't just say no off the bat. She gave me just one sentence to say that helps me and gives me time to think about if I want to say yes or if I want to say no. So I want to share that with you next week. Maybe I will share it with you when I finally make the sourdough crackers. And when I make those crackers, we can talk about how I'm learning to say no.
Papa, what's the ingredients?
Everything's random.
What do you mean random?
Papa don't
Flour, sugar, some vegetable oil. Where's the little
Baking powder.
yeah.
Okay.
Baking
Baking powder.
powder, salt, sugar.
Is there ever an egg in it?
No,
No egg? Okay.
no egg.
Simple ingredients.
Already halfway done. We're halfway done, right?
Yeah, we're halfway done.
No measurements.
If you want to measure, you can measure. if you want. Okay, what I do is I just pour some flour in there. Okay,
Is that the main
Yeah.
ingredient?
got flour. I'll get a little bit of sugar. Yeah. Okay. Pinch of salt.
They always taste the same.
And a little bit of this.
And you don't measure.
No.
Wow. Okay. Ooh. Couple of those.
Okay. That's it.
Mix it up.
That's the whole ingredient right there. Yeah, mix it up. Add water. Yeah. Now you see how to mix it, right? You know what you're putting into it, so if you want to make them.
Yep.
Okay.
Easy.
But now if you want to, measure things out, you could probably do maybe a couple cups of flour and then sugar, depending on how sweet you want it. If you want a little sweet taste, then and then just a little bit of salt and a little bit of baking soda or powder.
Get all the lumps out.
Yeah, just kind of about like that.
He drops it. You're gonna cook it.
You probably don't want to put the lid back on the oil because you're going to be adding as
As you
you
go.
cook it up. Yeah, you're going to be adding.
Now, what are we gonna put them on? Just a plate with the
wait a minute,
napkins?
I got the wrong.
Wait.
Yeah, I just usually use a plate and throw down a couple paper towels down here to
Ooh, what are they
kind of
gonna
soak up the grease. Doing it. We're doing it.
Wonder if your pops would like hoe cakes.
So you can see my oil wasn't quite hot enough yet. So it's taking a little bit.
Does it get crazy?
So yeah, if it was good and hot when I dropped them in there, you'd see the outer edge start to brown already.
Some in there.
Rolling stone,
Instead of,
only it's got.
Mom used to do cornmeal.
Nice.
And-
What color was it?
My sisters all say that
Nice.
those are hoe cakes. And then she did like something like what I'm doing here, and we called those dough gods. Yeah, and I don't put no cornmeal in them, and so they're kind of, I don't know, fluffier, I guess, than a cornmeal because the cornmeal makes it a little gritty.
So you like
Oh.
it better?
I just like these. I've eaten both, and I've made both. We don't have no cornmeal, do we, babe?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. What?
He's doing his voice.
There's a video I gotta show you. It's a squirrel in a rocking chair. Yeah, let me-
Making hoe cakes?
I know what he's gonna show you. They kind of puff up a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he squishes them down.
Oh, okay.
But you could leave them puffed up.
yeah.
Whatever, it don't matter to me 'cause I'm about dead anyway.
Are you saying I'm a hillbilly?
Oh, I see the brown.
You see the brown? Okay, usually I use a spatula, you know, but I was gonna try,
Oh,
using a, what you call it instead. See if it would, because sometimes with the spatula, it, as I turn it, it
you get in?
splatters all over the place. Okay, so now I'll sit there. Then I just do a little smash.
Is there such thing as overcooked hoe
Well,
cakes?
Yeah, I mean,
Unless
you
you
can,
like them a little charred
yeah,
and burnt.
well, you can, you know, I like a little brown on them like that.
Yeah, me too. I like
And,
the crispy ones.
But, yeah, you can blacken them to where they probably wouldn't be much good. I'm making them. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets easier
Yeah.
the hotter the oil gets. I see it's quicker.
Right. Yeah, they cook a little quick. Now, if you want to try these, yeah, I don't know, they might, if they're cooled off enough for you, but take one and see if it's still too hot or
I don't know.
not. And there's already sugar on this plate, so you just dab it in. Or you can taste it first and see. You might
See,
not
how's it
feel that
seem?
you need the extra sugar.
Oh, it's hot. It's like a funnel cake.
Funnel cake? Yeah.
That's good.
Well, say something for Mom now. Mom's probably
I know, you know I love them. You know I love these things. This is,
That's good.
kids kind of grew up on them
Yeah.
with the snacks after school.
Yeah. Yeah, Abby used to come over with her little friend after school, and they'd be sitting at the table doing their homework. So I'd make up some hoe cakes for them to snack on, or things like that.
Did you ever make them your mustard sugar sandwiches?
And,
Or we,
I've made them.
That was Eliana.
Yeah, I forget who's tried it.
Eliana, I think she did experience it because I think she mentioned it to me when she ran into me recently. Like, can't forget. You can't forget those sandwiches.
Mustard and sugar sandwiches.
Crystal, you want to try a mustard and sugar sandwich?
You know.
Let me see if I. Where the mustard's at.
I haven't had one in years.
Oh, right here, yeah.
I've never even tried it.
What?
That's just a grandkid thing.
You grew up on them.
I know.
Mustard and sugar sandwich?
What do you want to tell them? Mustard and sugar.
When you're poor, you can buy a loaf of bread for 25 cents in the olden days.
Oh my gosh.
It's something you can feed to your 8 kids, because he came from a family of 8. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That one looks good. Put one more in there.
Nice.
I can smell the mustard.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't move it.
So now you can try those if you like.
This is literally going to be my first
I
time.
was gonna say there's only one left.
I flopped it in the
Put
center.
it in the middle.
It's a better one.
Have you added any more oil yet?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was gonna say, it should have been running low, but it don't look like this.
Mustard and sugar sandwich. Let me get this one.
I guess I'll try for the first time.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you
Cheers.
take a bite and decide to throw it away.
That's interesting.
Come.
That's a good word.
Interesting.
My boss would use that word, and I always knew that she was being tactful.
No, I don't.
I'm not
I see
saying
the appeal.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, actually.
And then we used to take plain white bread, like, Weber's bread or whatever, and break it up, stow it in a bowl, pour milk and sprinkle a little sugar on it, and that would be like a breakfast or a treat or whatever. I don't know if any of you has ever done that or not.
No.
But, that's something you might want to try sometime.
I realized after I edited the hoe cake video, Dough Gods, that it ended quite abruptly on I think it was tasting the sugar mustard sandwiches. It was just boom, it's over. So I didn't really wrap it up in a nice kind of bow way. So I'm doing it now. What is all those noises in the environment? I'm gonna edit this video together and take a sip of this coffee. I also made another video this morning about sourdough crackers and my how I say no in life. So that's gonna be the next video for sure. And I'm gonna go to the post office and I'm gonna call insurance and cancel Abby's car insurance because Abby is just full blown being an adult right now. And spend some time outside. Gotta do my Bible study. Did I already say that? Of course, it's last minute. It's Wednesday and it's Monday. And have I done any of it? No. Gotta do that. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. And see you in my next video, which will be a longer video than usual. But I don't even care anymore because I'm gonna do exactly what I want, when I want, what I want, whatever mood I'm in. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna be me in all the ways. I'm gonna do it. So, I'm gonna dance it out with you. Until next time. Yeah, peace, love. I like to peace, love. We always say that when someone leaves the house, we say peace, love. And we always say too, see you tomorrow. I don't know why I say that, but it's just because I want to see him tomorrow. I want to see him tomorrow and the next day and the next day I want to see him tomorrow. So I say it, and I think if I say it, it will happen. So I'll talk to you later and see you tomorrow.